Let me read you what Politico is reporting about these morons in Congress who didn't know all the horrible things we did were going to come back to bite us. Let me read you this. GOP lawmakers have been hoping that the cuts in medical services and rise in rates for those taking advantage of the Affordable Care Act would not take effect until after the election, but that is looking less likely, putting conservative lawmakers ill at ease about what is already expected to be a tough road ahead. Republicans are now facing an immediate firestorm. A full year before anyone casts their vote in November 2026, meaning now in the fall of 2025, the American healthcare system will begin transitioning from an era of unprecedented expansion of coverage to an era of unprecedented cutbacks. And President Donald Trump and the GOP-controlled Congress will be easy to blame. So they wanted the cuts. They wanted all of you poor people kicked off your health care. They wanted these rural medical centers that are mostly funded by Medicaid to shut down. They wanted all of it. They just didn't want it to happen before November of 2026. Like even halfway through next November would have been fine with them because they want it. They just don't want to have to pay the price for it. You know, we don't want our constituents to hate us because we screwed them. We'd rather screw them after they vote for us for another term. And then, 2 years later, after the cuts have gone into effect, they'll forget that we did it and keep voting for us again. That's what they hoped. These Republicans in Congress were hoping that their voters were dumber than they are. But unfortunately for these Republicans, time was not on their side. And yes, the healthcare industry has already announced we know the cuts are coming, so we're going to go ahead and be proactive. We're going to start shutting things down. We're going to start shutting down treatment centers. We're going to start shutting down entire medical facilities in some areas. By the end of the year, this is what the healthcare industry has announced already. So Republicans can't run from this. They cannot hide from it. They cannot delay it. They did this, and they get to face the consequences with their voters next November. And I am still dumbfounded that they didn't realize this was going to happen.